Alright, so I thought I'd share this with you all. I got a good buddy of mine, Bob. I've known him for a long, long time. And fairly recently, he's expressed how disappointed he is in society and he dislikes crowds and traffic and a lot of things that we put up with every day. So, around January, he sold pretty much everything he had. I mean, he kept his personal stuff and his truck and things like that. But he sold his house, he sold his toys, and he bought some property in a remote spot in Alaska. Um, I talked to him over the 4th, and he said that around the end of June, beginning of July, he had a knock on his door. And his nearest neighbor is about a mile away. And he says, I don't associate with anybody, so I was a little surprised to hear somebody knocking on my door. So he answers the door, long story short, and this guy, Frank, he said his name was Frank. He's his neighbor down the road, which is about a mile or so away, is standing there, and he says, hey, name's Frank. Bob says, hey, nice to meet you, Frank. I'm Bob. Frank says, having a 4th of July party. You're invited. Bob says, okay. What's this about? Frank says, well, he said, we don't have a lot of neighbors, a lot of people around here. He said, so I decided to throw a little party and get to know the people in the area that I haven't met. So Bob says, hey, that sounds cool. Frank says, just to give you a heads up, he says, there's going to be some drinking. Bob says, okay. He says, I can handle my liquor. He says, I'm good with that. And then Frank goes on to say, there's going to be some fighting. And believe it or not, my buddy Bob is a pretty proficient martial artist. So Bob says, yeah, that's not a problem. I can take care of myself. So Frank says, there's going to be some sex. Bob says, now you're talking my language, man. I've been up here damn near 6-7 months, pretty much by myself. He says, now you've got my attention. He says, how should I dress? What should I wear? And Frank says, don't matter much, just going to be you and me there. Come on now, I don't make them up, I just pass them along. So now I've got this cool thing going on. Service electronic brakes, brake light blinks, ABS lights on, traction control lights on, cruise control is disabled. So it also flashes that one, service anti-lock brake system. This has been going on now for 2 days. It's raining, of course. I'm heading back to the PA house where I have no cover to work on this. So it's probably going to be a rainy, wet, irritating checkout. See if I can diagnose it with my $89 scan tool, which probably won't give me much data other than codes. But yeah, it's quite the menagerie of warning lights flashing and blinking and driving me up a wall, as you can imagine. So probably another half hour before I get back to the PA house, and hopefully the rain will slow down and I can check this out. But I'm kind of leaning towards loose connection, broken connection, chafed connection, bad ground, bad power, something like that. With the way this is flashing the way it is, it's quite annoying. So when I get squared away, we'll check this out and we'll resume this video. So here it is, maybe a mile later. All the lights are out. Everything's back to normal. So that's pretty interesting. This may present a challenge to get squared away. So yeah, once again, we'll be back soon. See what's going on with this beast. So we've been driving a little bit, still not come back on. I'm sure that it will, though. It's been doing this for a couple of days. Honestly, by the time I get to the house, which shouldn't be much longer, I hope that it does come back on, because it's going to make it easier to diagnose. So I'm home. The rain actually did stop, and I did some preliminary checks, fuses, relays, made sure they were all seated properly. No corrosion, things of that nature. Checked a little bit of the circuitry, power and grounds. Everything looks good, but I'm running out of time. I need to get back inside the house and do a little bit of painting and mopping and so forth. The realtor will be here tomorrow to actually list the house for sale and put the signs out front. So unfortunately I have to prioritize, but this is part one of this video. I don't want to call it a series, but I guess it's going to be a series. Obviously I need to track this down, find out what's going on, and I will keep you all posted as I come to some conclusion. Depending on what I find, I probably will not be buying dealer parts, as they're just ridiculously expensive. If it comes to that, I'm hoping it's just something, like I said, a chafed wire, cut wire, loose connection, moisture in a connector, something like that. But anyway, sorry to disappoint in the first video. I have no conclusions, but I will definitely post after this, once I have a little more time to check it out and find out what's going on, and hopefully it will help somebody out there. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. July something or another, 11th. And I will keep you apprised. All right, y'all, take care. Thanks for watching. Oh, you know, one other thing I wanted to mention is I noticed that there are ads on my videos, and I'm not monetized. I don't have enough subscribers. It's I have enough view hours, but not enough subscribers. It takes 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. So I learned that fairly recently, Google, YouTube, they are allowed to put ads on my videos, and I have zero control over them. So it would be cool if you could subscribe, and if I have to have the ads no matter what, I'd like to be able to control them to make them skippable and not so many ads per video. Excuse me. So yeah, if you could, please subscribe so I can get to that point and have control of my channel instead of YouTube. All right, guys, again, thank you, and we'll talk soon. Take care.